Yo, 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 yo! What's up, friend? How are you doing today? I'm really glad to be your host, my friend. On this Good Vibes Day, I will start by sharing something with you that I came across on my way here. And I thought you, my friend, would be the best person to share this thing with. And this one, my friend, is food. Not this one's food for the soul, and is straight direct from the book of wisdom. Listen to what it says, my friend. Submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Come near to God, and he will come near to you. Wash your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double minded. Grieve, mourn, and wail. Change your laughter to mourning and your joy to gloom. Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up. Surely. That, my friends, is from James 4:7 going down. Humbleness. It's wonderful. Now, interesting. So, I understand it could be your first time here. And now let me put you up to speed with what goes on around. First, my friend, we react to videos. The type of videos that an ordinary normal human being might be surprised while watching them, laugh a little bit, or get to learn something new. And as we react to these videos, we are always on a mission. And the mission, my friend, is not impossible because it's a mission of spreading honesty, forgiveness, peace, and unconditional love, the love of God to the whole world. Speaking of God, my friend, we acknowledge our supreme creator and maker. And in every show, we start by a word of thanks to our maker. This one, my friend, will not be an exception because we shall be doing so together. Right now, before we dive in, let's humble ourselves. Thank you, wonderful Father, for your goodness. Thank you, dear Lord, for the passage that we have read from the book of wisdom. Thank you, dear Lord Father, for the wisdom in that passage. Help it, Father, to grow in us as we grow in you. Dear Lord Father, today as we are gathered here with your child, today's viewer, we ask for your blessings before we reach the end of this video, Father. Help us and connect us with your viewer here, Father, to spreading love to the whole world and peace, and extend your spirit, Father, to us so we may be guided till the end. In your holy name, King of Kings, we do pray, trusting and believing. Amen. Interesting, good vibes. So let's dive in. And this is the first video. And clearly, it's about the mysterious things you are saying. Look at this. This one was something that was launched in the sky. It's crazy. Look. You mean this is not in the morning when the sun is rising? Allegedly, English people, this is one of those things that you said up there in space. It's called Falcon 9. I'm surprised I don't know Falcon 9. What is it, my friend? Is it an aeroplane? Please tell us if you have details in the comment section. Myself, I first thought this is the sun. I still can't believe it's not the sun. Why is it glowing like this? It has changed the sky at night completely. It even looks like it's now in the morning or the daytime. This is crazy stuff. Or this could be the fake sun, my friends. I don't know. All this is for entertainment purposes. Take a look and be the judge, my friend. These are mysterious things. Tough times we are living in. Oh, unbelievable. God. Yeah. I can't understand. I can't fathom that this is not the sun. Is something man-made, because this is hey, my friend, you see the ability that humans have are mind-blowing. Imagine if all Earthlings united with their uniqueness and different abilities. The world will be full of good vibes, right? Hit that like button and help us in spreading this message, because stuff like this, my friends, from this side of the world, I can't even explain to our neighbors and they without them thinking I'm going crazy. Because how can you tell them there was something that almost looks like the sun was sent to the sky? I don't even know where it is going. Does it have people inside? English people? Are there people inside this thing? Eh? Ay! Wow, 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 wow. Hey! This is unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff, this one. Guy. Hmm. Hmm. How does it work? Hmm? Man, this is a competition to the moon. I would like to hear the moon's comment on that day. My friend, this one must have also been surprising to the moon. Look, from other places, if you don't know, you can think it's the sun. Ah, lots of things in this world. Lots of things. Funny, mysterious, crazy stuff. No, but now this one. Hmm? Hmm. This is unbelievable, my friends. Hey, what? What? Hmm? Do you think this could be the sun, my friends, good people of us? Hi. Hey, what could be inside this thing? What is it made of? What materials? Eh? How is it possible to just go up? Will it ever come back? How does it go? Is there what powers up this thing? Eh? For it to go up there and not come back? Does it have a source of fuel that is not able to finish? This one has left me out of words completely. To be honest, this one I can't understand. At some point in my head, I think this is not true stuff. Looks like a movie scene or something like that, you see? But my friend, from what we've been seeing in different episodes, clearly, reality is sometimes more strange than fiction, you see? Oh, hmm. Now, fellow human beings, do you see the need for honesty in this world? Because if proper information was given out here about such a stuff, it wouldn't have been as fascinating or surprising as this. If my grandfather wakes up from where he is, God rest his soul in peace, he cannot believe these things are going on in modern world and we are still here. You see? And this is crazy. Oh man, this is unbelievable. I look this thing looks like the sun. This thing looks like the sun. This thing could be the fake sun. Maybe not. Or maybe.
Did you know that you can find out if someone is attracted to you by doing this? So if you're wearing a scarf or a tie or something around this area or this area, make it just slightly skew with so that the person who's attracted to you, only do this if you're single by the way, the person that's attracted to you, what they will do is straighten you up in some way. Now, it's not always about attraction. If someone cares for you in a platonic or a friendship way or a family way, they will also straighten you up, put you straight here or brush whatever it is off your shoulders so that you look tidy. That's how you know if someone cares for you. So use that next time you want to find out if someone really likes you. Remember, only for singles from that perspective. But if you want to understand a relationship better maybe and whether they care or not, that skewiffness, can't even say that word, they will put you straight.
I'm going to say something that's going to trigger some people out there. Somebody with a secure attachment style and a healthy self-esteem is not going to be trapped in any relationship that is dysfunctional, period. They're not going to be chasing after an avoidant. They're not going to be stuck in a crappy job situation because they understand their value. They don't go chasing illusions and they don't internalize other people's work. Meaning, when they see that other people are falling short or projecting on top of them or have intimacy wounds that they still need to heal, they don't go run after them and try to say, wait, I'm going to heal you. Come back, just let me love you even more. You're going to be just fine. They don't do that. And they don't run after people that are rejecting them, because they make time and space for people that value them the way that they value themselves. And when they form healthy attachments, it's a different experience. You can't form a healthy attachment with somebody that is not healthy. The attachment is actually a feeling that you carry with you in your day-to-day existence. And when you're trying to connect with people that can't connect, there is no attachment. It's this push and pull roller coaster dynamic that a genuinely healthy person is not interested in. And they might be attracted initially to somebody that's like avoidant, or somebody that has intimacy wounds. They could be anxiously attached or fearful avoidant. And what's going to happen is that they're going to be patient for a period of time. They're going to make an assessment. And then if it's really unhealthy for them, they will walk away.
The government confirms UFOs. We've all seen this on TikTok. Aliens are real now, right? Let's take a look at the government report and actually see what they're saying. All right. So, the government created an office to track UAPs, which stands for Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena. Used to be UFO, now it's UAP. Awesome. Okay, this stands for All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. It was created in 2022 and it is dedicated to tracking UAPs. Now, in March 8th, 2024, they released a 63-page report regarding the anomalies that they've tracked. The findings are that 757 cases were reviewed between May 1st, 2023 and June 1st of 2024. 272 of these cases were before this time period, so exactly that. Basically just outside of this exact year frame. 300 of these total cases, 757, were found to be birds, weather balloons, satellites, drones, etc. Normal shit that people looked up and said, oh shit, that's an alien. Cool. 49 of these cases happened, so this is aside from the 300. 49 of these cases happened 100 kilometers in the air, which is technically considered space. One case was reported by a commercial airplane, which reported a near miss. Basically, they were flying and something came whizzing by the side of it, a cylindrical shaped object, as reported by the crew chief, and they reported it. All right. 3 cases reported by military aircraft being pursued by UAP. So, exactly that. 3 military air pilots, who, by the way, are tested vigorously for anything resulting in seeing weird shit. And there are 3 cases that we know of reported by military aircraft. And even weirder that they were being pursued by the UAP. All remaining cases, which is about 450 aside from the 300 found to be birds, weather balloons, blah, 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 and includes the 49, 1, and 3 cases that I just stated, are thought to be ordinary anomalies. What are ordinary anomalies? Birds, weather balloons, satellites, drones, etc. All right. In the report, they explicitly stated that they've discovered no evidence of extraterrestrial beings, activities, or technology. Now, real quick, of the reports they did take from eyewitnesses, these are the most common types of UAP described. Spherical, glowing orb. I don't know how to draw glowing, so just deal with that orb. Cylindrical, like the one near miss by the airplane pilot. Saucer, we all know that one. And weirdly enough, glowing jellyfish. There were actually a couple of reports about a glowing jellyfish. To me, that's scarier than a sphere. If I saw a glowing jellyfish coming at me at Mach 7, I would shit my pants. All right, so here's all of the information that is from the 2 sources I collected it from, which is AP News and CBS News, regarding the report. Now, final question. Has the government confirmed that aliens are real? No, they have not. So all the shit you see on TikTok is a lie. Does that mean aliens are not real? I'm not going to say that. All I'm saying is this report that everybody's been raving about, aliens are real. The government has said that no, aliens are not real as far as we know. Thanks for watching. Bye.
So why are you guys in the ocean? What's that about? You trying to get away from us? Yes and no. This is a prison planet for us. Probably you too, I'm not sure. What? Yeah, we get sent here when we do something bad. They send you here to fend for yourself, and sometimes they give you faulty equipment, like the invisibility goes off, or the gravitational field around the ship that we create, because it has its own gravitational field. It tends to, like, glitch sometimes, and we get seen, and sometimes we crash, and then you guys find us and probe us and keep us hostage and, you know, ask us questions and things, and this is really where we go for punishment. What? So, yeah. Or the occasional field trip of the troubled youth that we have. You know, if they have aspirations of taking over galaxies or harnessing the power of other living beings, they get sent here as a We are your Beyond Scared Straight? I don't know what that is. Of course.
Santa Claus. This is Santa Claus, the flying reindeer, and this is the ancient Roman god Saturn or Saturno, flying winged snakes. Sometimes he was depicted with a long white beard and a staff, and sometimes he was depicted with a scythe because he was the god of harvest and also the god of time. In ancient Rome, the people celebrate during December a festival called Saturnalia. Some people had many fun because they had enough to eat and to drink, and other people were not so happy during Saturnalia because they were given as a gift to the god Saturno. In other civilizations, the name for Saturno was Molech or Kronos or Kajamanu.
Alright guys, I'm going to play some clips from a guy named Roger Spur. He has the YouTube channel Mud Fossil University, and not nearly enough people are paying attention to his work, alright? So this guy has gotten evidence, DNA evidence, that basically almost all of our geology is biology, petrified biology. So here's a clip. Make sure you go check out his YouTube channel, okay? It's called Mud Fossil University.
All right, this is the evidence I'm presenting to say that this Colossus was real. Now, I want you to look at his knee here. Let me back out of here and then we'll come in. All right, well, hold on. Let me do it this way. You see this guy here? All right. I'm saying that was real. And there's no question they're in the statues in Egypt. I found that, and that's absolutely certain. The ribs and the lungs and all that stuff are there. So that's not even a question. Now, this here, this is my evidence. You see this red, rusty looking stuff coming out of here? And this stuff is like glued on there. All right, you see this red looking stuff here? You see these dots in here? That, and I do deep research on mud fossils, and that, my friends, is two different situations going on here. That is the blood running out of the arterial. Now, you don't see the black blood because that's FeO2, and it locks itself into the veins. But the FeO3, red blood, is purged out, and here it is right here. Now, I'm going to show you something here. Look, this is skin. All right? That's what skin looks like. And on the inside of skin, you see what I have? That's that rusty looking stuff that you see there. You see it? And there's the black looking stuff, because what happens is as the red oxygenated blood gets used and moves across, it turns black as the ace of spades and then gets sucked back up to be reoxygenated. Now, this is the inside fleshy part, and that is the skin, and that is the skin thickness of this very small piece. Now, the dots I said there are these dots right here. You see that? That is a fingertip or a toe, I'm not sure which. It comes down here. They separate right off like that. And then it comes down, and then one side, this will be the vein side, I believe, and the arterial side blows out. And that is the skin investments that lock the surface layer of skin down. Well, not the surface layer, actually. That's the second layer down. This one here You see this one here? You see the top layer? I don't know if you can see the dots on there. A little water, you can probably see it. But that is a fingertip. And it has eroded. And you see the little tip on the end, that little dot on the end? You see that? That is what's called the apical tuft. It's right here. The apical tuft. Go to any anatomist, they'll tell you that's what it is. And that sits right at the tip of a fingertip. So that's what's called a distal phalanges fingertip. No, and you know I have mud fossils. They turn into meat. I mean, it's just absolutely phenomenal what can happen. And of course the complete articulation of bones and organs and lungs and hearts and kidneys and everything. You see that? That's where a ligament invests. You see those little tiny holes in there? There's ligament balls that go in there, and then there's little tiny straps that come over and hold the other bone tight against there so it can't get away. And then there's all these other holes up here, which and on the sides are for your ligaments, your tendons to pull your bones back and forth and your muscles. It's absolutely incredible. But anyway, this is my evidence to prove what I'm saying. And you can see the dots I'm talking about. You see the blood investment. You see all that stuff. It's coming out of his face and out of his mouth in that area, which is kaolin clays. You can see the colors there. Colors are very, very, very indicative of what the chemical composition is. And that chemistry, and look at his other thigh. Look at this. His other thigh, he's got an arterial, look at that. He's gushing blood out of his thigh. Now, that's not just an accident. This is no accident. This guy was real. Now, apparently he had some kind of a cloak or skin or something over him, and wherever the blood issued out here, it glued onto that fabric or whatever it is. I don't know what it was. But from what I can find here, I can find nothing that I can dispute. So that's just what it is what I can tell you. All right, this is another colossus, and I want you to look at this pattern here, first of all. Secondly, I want you to look at how...
Hey, it's Glamham. Yes, I'm scruffy and it's late, but I'm gonna blow your mind in this video. What does this time right now have to do with 1957 and UAPs? A whole bunch, as it turns out. You know all those UAP sightings we have right now in the skies, especially in the United States and the UK, that all seem to be at military locations where not only the United States Air Force is present, but where nukes are present. Well, guess what happened in 1957? One after the other, UFO, as they used to call them, sightings, flying saucers, all kinds of red orbs, all over US military bases where there were nukes. And in fact, a famous incident happened in 1967 where 10 nukes were disarmed by the UAP. This is all heavily documented and now declassified. Well, did you know that in 2010, 50 nuclear missiles were disarmed? And there were sightings of UAPs also at the same time. Okay, now's the mind-blowing part. Guess what was happening also in the 1950s? You won't believe it, maybe you will. The United States had Project 1794. What was Project 1794, you might ask? A building of a UFO. A supersonic UFO. That was the plan. I'm sure it never happened. I'm sure that's why it was declassified, and this is clearly a video for entertainment purposes only, so that nothing happens like it did 3 weeks ago when my account was banned at 300,000. We don't want that again. So, this declassified document, pay no heed. Look at this diagram, and then they built it. I'm sure they did nothing. And look at this diagram, and then they built it. But it was really just for fun. It was fun. These guys like Lego. They like building. They're model builders. They weren't really trying to make a UFO with lights that went all around it like the ones that get seen sometimes around the world. No, these are hobbyists who happen to declassify a document. I have said nothing that means anything in this video. No one should pay attention to me. But the two things in common with this time is loads of tension between the United States and Russia in 1957 due to the Cold War. Right now, I kind of think we got a bit of that going on. I don't think we're buds right now. So we have, again, all the UAP sighting? Well, if it's true that the UAPs did disarm the Nuki Nukes, maybe we're in better hands with the aliens. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the comments. Take care.
I was recently praying, asking the Lord why we don't see the same magnitude of miracles that we saw at the time of the Acts church. We had Paul's handkerchief healing people. We had people emptying out their hospitals, coming to the apostles, and everyone was getting healed. And so I inquired of God, why don't we see this kind of power in operation in today's body? And he revealed the answer to me in a dream. To put it simply, the holiness quotient isn't being reached in the body of Christ today. The phrase the Lord gave me is all holy, all healed. Some holy, some healed. No holy, no healed. Let me explain what this means. Holiness means to be set apart, and we are set apart by our consecration to Christ. The more we function under his government, the more he's able to express himself in our vessel. So what's happening is that the consecration of the average believer is not high enough to command the kind of power that we want to see moving on the earth. This is a call to action for all of us. If we choose to walk in deeper consecration to the Lord, we choose to live set apart according to his will, there is power available for us to see what we saw in the time of the Acts church. And maybe even beyond that if our numbers are greater. If we want to see gatherings where every sick person is brought in and they're healed, every demon is cast out, then the holiness quotient must go up. We choose to submit fully to his government, he will dispense power and authority for us to do mighty works on the face of the earth.
So apparently Google came out with a quantum computer that broke time. So Google tests their high-end supercomputers and quantum computers with this thing called random circuit sampling benchmark. And it's a problem that they have to solve. Normally, the supercomputers would take 10 to 25 zeros or 10 septillion years to solve it. This new quantum computer chip, Willow, solved it in 5 minutes. For reference, here's how old the universe is. This is how long it would take to solve this equation on a supercomputer. And this is how long this chip did it. Well, Peter, but if it takes that long to solve, how do we know it got the right answer? Correct, we don't know. But under the assumption that it is correct, this could open an entire new realm of positive possibilities. And then coupling that with AI, we're done.
So at this point, I think most people are thinking, wow, 2024 was crazy. Can't top that. But every year we've topped it. And I'm telling you, 2025 is going to be insane. And I'll tell you why. Right now, we have a potential civil war. We have a potential World War III. We have this crazy Moriarty-style Batman in the bushes assassination thing going on. But then there's these drones. And now, again, everyone's calling them drones, but then they say we really don't know what the hell these things are. But these things are like the size of cars flying around all over the world. And at first you would think, okay, it's just the U.S. military doing their thing, right? But here's the thing. This isn't happening just in the U.S. This is happening in the U.S., the U.K., Canada, China, Mexico, Kazakhstan, Japan, India, Russia. Like, this is happening almost literally everywhere in the world that we're seeing these sightings. And it's not like, oh, you know, we saw a sighting in October, another in November. This is every day. We're seeing sightings everywhere. And we can't figure out what these things are. And, you know, there's 3 possible options. One, they're ours. And the military, just for whatever reason, is not communicating with governors and mayors and letting everyone just go into hysterics, which I don't think that would actually happen. Number 2, it's a foreign entity such as China or Russia or something like that, in which case you would think that by now we would have followed them back to their own country. And like, if you're a country and you're hovering drones over top of military installations all over the world, that is a declaration of war. And you can't tell me that the U.S. military hasn't, you know, identified where they're from, where they're coming from, where they're landing, and then decided, okay, you've declared war on us. If that were the case, we would already be bombing somebody. So I don't think it's necessarily theirs. But then what does that leave, right? That leaves an ET possibility. But like, come on, man. Like, are we really there? Is this really where we're at? We're believing now that aliens are hovering over top of us, and we're so incredibly desensitized to this that we're just like, huh, that's weird. And then get back to our daily life. So anyway, it's my prediction that 2025 is going to make 2024 look like a nursery rhyme. We are going to start off this year with a bang. And I don't know where that bang is coming from. I don't know if it's within, if it's over in the Middle East or Russia, or if it's coming from the skies. But man, 2025 is going to be in the history books for sure.